Hello YouTube, my name is Andrea and today we're gonna do our review video, and today I'm gonna review Tovala. Tovala is a meal delivery service in which you get your meals in these little boxes like this, and then you have to put on their own oven. So it's a Tovala brand oven. The way that it works is you get these meals. It comes with this, which has, the name of the meal. It has, when you should eat it by. So here it says enjoy before Tuesday. And also you have all the instructions on how to make the meal. Inside the box, you get the ingredients so you can actually cook the meal. And you can order between 4 and 16 meals a week, I believe. And they all come like in these aluminum things, and all the meats come in these separate packages. I've been using them for maybe almost a year now, and I really like them. There are a few reasons that I like them. First is that they deliver in these boxes, which I feel that it's recyclable, so it's a little more environmentally friendly. Two, these boxes also prevent the food from, being pierced through, which has happened to me with other delivery meal services. It's better for my meal to arrive, intact. Finally, because you're actually having to put it in the oven and cook it, the meal actually tastes fresher and is a little better. And also I feel like some of these meals are a little healthier than the other counterparts. And you're also heating it up and cooking it in an electric oven instead of doing it in a microwave. So the texture and the taste is much better. The price is a little steep, so it can be something between like $15 a meal. A good deal if you're living in the big city and eating out every day. So this would definitely decrease how much you're spending on food. But if you're somebody that is already cooking your own food and doing all this stuff, maybe it's not going to be worth it for you. Usually the meals get ready in something like 20 minutes. So you basically assemble the dish and then you put it in the oven. You scan the QR code and then the oven will do everything that is necessary for the meal to be ready, whether it is baking, steaming, or whatever other things that they have there. So one problem, of course, with this meal is that it does take a little while for it to be ready. So if you're somebody that just wants, a delivery meal service that will provide you a meal that you can just get it ready in, 2 to 5 minutes, this is not it, because you're exchanging the amount of time that it takes for the meal to be done for the actual quality of the meal. The meal is actually really, really good. I usually really like all of them. For some of the bad stuff, I did have a few shrimp that were not great for several weeks, so I stopped ordering shrimp, so I would not recommend shrimp. If you have two people and the two people are ordering different things, you cannot eat at the same time. So my husband and I, we usually order, 10 meals a week, so 5 meals for each person. So that allows us to have lunch every weekday. So we eat lunch by ourselves, or we eat dinner together, and dinner is not usually this Tovala. Unless you order the same Tovala that allows you to put 2 meals into the oven and then they can be prepared at the same time. That's how it works. I'm going to now show you how to assemble the meal. So like I said, the meal comes in boxes. Some of the boxes are bigger because some of the meals need to be more protected. I think this one probably has a bun or something in it. But usually the boxes are around this size. So the way that it works is, of course, I opened the box and I saw everything that it needs. So here are the instructions that I'm going to follow. So this is the spanakopita chicken melt with Greek liver rice. So it says here, separate the nested aluminum tray. Remove the plastic film on the lemon rice tray. So this is the lemon rice tray, so I just have to do like this. So that's step one already. Then get one of the marinated chicken breasts and place it with the flat side down in the extra tray. Evenly spread the spinach artichoke spread on the chicken breast. So I'm gonna do that. So usually I like opening the chicken on the sink because it does have some of this like gooey stuff that I prefer to just like let it pour down the drain, and then I put it in the tray. So I'm gonna do that. So I just put it here. There it is. Then it's first to spread this spinach artichoke thing. You just put it. And then sometimes with these I just like to like, you know, shake it like this, but I think this one is pretty thick, so I'm gonna get probably a fork or a spoon to actually evenly spread it on top of the chicken. So here's a spoon, spread. So here's what it looks like. And this is the rice. So the next step is just to put it in the oven. Okay, so here's the stuff in the oven. I'm just gonna close it, and then you are gonna press scan, and then we scan it, and then you just press start. And now this is gonna do the whole thing. Here there is a water reservoir, which is especially for steaming. So every 2 meals you probably have to refill it, and you do get a warning here telling you to refill with water. You can only put 1 cup. But other than that, that's it. Now we just have to wait for the meal to be ready. Okay, so while the meal gets ready, I just want to talk about, you know, the positive sides. This is great, especially if you and your partner or whoever in your family have different tasting food, because then you can each select whatever you want to eat. The way that I do it is that I open my phone, I select my 5 meals, and then I let my husband select his 5 meals. And then when we get home, when the food gets delivered every Monday, we just put it in different drawers in our fridge, and that's it. This saves us, you know, the meal prepping time, meal planning time, and it just allows us to spend our time doing whatever else we want to do, whether it be focusing on our careers, working out, doing hobbies. So it just frees up a lot of your time, and it allows you to meal prep and meal like without too much work on your end. Also, you're not gonna waste any food because the food is already, you know, pre-portioned. However, you do pay a premium for that. Like I said, the meals are basically $15 per meal, sometimes more expensive if you're getting specific kinds of fish or a specific kind of meal, like if it has, you know, some specific premium meat. So just be aware of that. So it is a premium that you're paying for convenience. The other thing is that every meal has the nutritional values, and it tells you if it is carb conscious, high protein. Some of them have some extra prep if you have to, you know, actually chop up some veggies, but you usually don't. So this is really, really nice. It's amazing that they allow you to see that. You cannot really filter for that, but when you're ordering, you can see that. So you can, if you're wanting to do a diet, you can look for meals that are in your specific caloric range, and then you can plan your day and see how many calories you're going to ingest based on the meals. And usually the meals vary between, some of them are as low as 450 calories that I've seen, but some of them can go up to more than 1,000 calories. So just beware of that. Usually they're hanging around the 600, 700 calories. It is really good. If you get any of the chicken meals, you will get protein very fast. So that's great. The other thing is that usually my husband and I, we used to waste so much food because we would buy stuff and we didn't really have the planning of which meals we wanted to cook. And with that, we don't have any food waste. We do have more, you know, recycling waste. But again, we're saving time and we are not wasting food anymore, which is, you know, good for us. And it did fit in our budget. So like I said, if you have a big family, probably this is going to be too expensive for you. But if you are single or it's just you and your partner, you both have, different tasting food, you both are busy, this is a very good option in which you still will have quality food and you are going to eat healthy um, without having to go out. The other thing is that the oven comes with your first delivery. So when you order Tovala, they send you the oven for free, but you do have to stay around with them for something around like 6 or 8 weeks of getting deliveries, and then you get the oven for you. It works like a normal electric oven. So I've done other things inside of that oven. So I've done cheese bread, I've baked stuff before. So it's also great that it has this other functionality, although the oven can be a little finicky sometimes, so just be aware of that. That's it. I highly recommend it for people that just want to have a more convenient, practical way of eating. But it is a little bit high on the budget. It's not as expensive as some of the luxury delivery services that I've seen out there, but it is something that is up there. So yeah, I hope this has helped you. Let me know if you have any questions and I'll answer them to you.